Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel, the BI Star, where data meets decision. In today's video, we are diving into one of Excel's most powerful features that often goes unnoticed: goal seek and optimization using solver. Whether you are trying to figure out how many units you need to sell to hit a profit goal, or optimizing a complex scenario with multiple constraints, these tools can do the thinking for you. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you will be solving problems like a pro. No coding, just Excel magic. Let's get started here. At first, we are going to use Excel's goal seek function to determine how much we need to invest in order to generate monthly cash flow. For example, how much investment is required to generate $100 per month or $1,000 per month. For that, we need to change our investment principal amount. And another scenario can be, okay, we have, for example, $10,000 right now, and we want to find some investments which can provide a certain percentage of rate in a way that we can achieve $100 per month without changing this initial investment. So in this example, we have three different types of investment. First one is risk-free investment. You can name it T-bills or treasury bills, notes or bonds. Let's say on an average they're returning 4% a year. And the second type of investment we will be doing is dividend ETF, for example, SCOV. And let's say on an average, this ETF provides 5% return yearly. And another type of investment that we have is dividend earning stocks, REIT. And let's assume those REITs are providing on an average 12% yearly. So for that, this is our investment strategy. We are going to invest 20% of our principal in T-bills or notes, 30% in dividend ETF, and 50% in the REITs. Okay, so in that way, let's say if in this case, how much monthly return we get out of this $10,000. Okay, so let's do the formula. So our principal is 10,000. Let me do the absolute reference here. I'm hitting F4 on my keyboard. Multiply. This is our weight. So out of this 10,000, we're investing 0.2%. That's $2,000 we're investing here. And our return is 4%. That's our yearly return, right? So to get the monthly, we need to divide that by 12. So that's what we do. 6.67 is our monthly return for the T-bills. I'll just drag this down. And for the 30% weight, 5% APR, will be earning $12.50 per month with the dividend ETF, and $50 in the REITs. Okay. So now, if you sum this up, this is the monthly cash flow that we have right now. This is our $69. Let me do a little 69.17. So in this case, we want to know, okay, how much investment we need to invest in order to generate $100 per month, right? Or even $1,000 per month. So we'll be looking into these three scenarios. Let's see the first scenario. How much investment is required to generate $100 cash flow monthly? So this one should be 100, and we'll be changing this. So for this one, it's really easy in Excel. What we will do is we go to data tab on the top, and we come to the right side, and under what if analysis, we click on this drop down and click on goal seek. So the select cell, the first one, this is our objective cell, right? That's what we need to change our goal. That's what our goal is. Let's say we need $100 per month and we want to change the initial investment. So essentially what we're saying is, hey Excel, calculate me initial investment required based on these criteria. I want to return $100 here. So change this one, right? In this way, once you hit OK, Excel will change this initial investment. Let me do OK and OK, right? Right here, to get $100 per month, we need to invest $14,458 based on these criteria, right? Okay, what if we want to earn $1,000 per month based on these scenarios, right? So we can do the same thing here. Go to the data, again, goal seek. We want to change A11 and we want to make it 1,000 for now. And we'll be changing this and hit OK. Right here, we need to invest $144,578 to earn $1,000 per month. Okay, that's one way of looking into goal seek method. Another way of looking goal seek method is to see, okay, what percent of dividend yield is required to generate $100 monthly cash flow without changing investment amount. So our initial investment amount was 10,000 and we didn't want to change it, but we want to return $100, meaning we want to change this APR. So in that way, let's come back here again, go to data, what if analysis, goal seek. This is our goal, $100, and we want to change not the investment amount, but the APR here, okay? In this way, we need to have 19% APR in our EIT to get $100 without changing our initial investment. For the second part of our video, we will try to find out our optimal production for our BI Star Incorporation's headphone production unit. So in there we have 4 different line of production. One is a speaker driver assembly, second one is housing and frame molding, third one is battery and charging circuit, and finally we'll have the final assembly and Q&A. We have 2 different types of product, basic and premium, and to produce these product we would need these many hours in each production line respectively. And this is the monthly available hours in our company. To do so in Excel we can use Solver, but before doing that, one thing to remember, there are 3 steps that you need to understand to better use Solver or Excel's optimization. Number 1 is objective variable, that is our desired outcome such as minimum cost or maximum profit. Second one is our decision variable, where our objective variable is dependent such as how many hours are needed to complete this product and so on and so forth, how many products we can manufacture and so on. And the third one is constraint or any business rule. For this step 1, we need to determine our objective variables and the decision variables. And for the second one, we'll create the objective function. And third one, we'll find out all the constraint. So in our problem here, we want to maximize the profit based on our available resources. For that, we need to determine how many basic and how many premium model we should produce each month to maximize our profit based on these constraints and these requirements. So step 1, we're identifying the objective variable and the decision variable. This is our objective variable. We want to maximize the profit. And these are our decision variables right now. How many basic or how many premium models can we produce each month? These are our decision variables, which are derived by these requirements and these constraints later on in our model. So let me remove this formula for now so that I can show you what's happening behind the scene. Let me just make these 0 and 0. So let's see, our total profit will be total units produced multiplied by profit plus total units produced in premium multiplied by profit in premium. That's our profit. For now, let's just say 10 unit here, 20 unit here. It doesn't matter, it will change later on. Now let's define our constraint here based on these available hours. So here what we are trying to say is to produce 1 unit of basic and 1 unit of premium headphone, how many hours we use, right? For example, here for 10 units, let's do the absolute reference here since this will not change, and multiply. We need to spend zero point 0.4 hours per basic, right? And for the premium for 20 units or whatever units here, let's do the absolute, multiply 0.7 hours. So to produce this 10 and 20 units, we need to spend 18 hours each. And this cannot exceed 1000. That's what we need to define later on. Let's drag and drop. So for this one, we have 13 hours, 16 hours, 4 hours. You can make it even 1, 1. This will give you the total of this. 0.4 and 0.7 is 1.1. 0.3 and 0.5 is 0.8. 0.4 and 0.6 is 1. 0.2 and 0.1 is 0.3, right? So you can do whatever you want here because this is what we will be changing later on. Okay. Now we want to find out how many units we should produce in order to maximize the profit. For that, we need to use our Excel's solver. If you don't have it under your data, what you need to do is get it from Excel's add-ins. So just click on File here and click on Option down here and go to Add-ins, and you see Excel add-ins here. Click Go, and you need to just click on Solver add-in. That's what we need. Hit OK. Now you'll see solver in here. Right here, there is a solver. Okay. Now click on solver here, and we need to define this. Okay. Here, this is our objective variable. What we want to do, maximize the profit. So we click on this cell where we want to calculate the profit. We want to maximize it. If we're going to do the minimization of cost, we can do minimum and select it. And if you want to get like maybe $1,000 profit or $100,000 profit, you can provide value of 2. But for our case, we want to maximize the profit. And we want to change the number of units produced here. So come here and select these 2 cells. We want to change these 2 cells. And this is our constraints place. We want to set up some constraint. We have 4 different constraints in here. We'll do add. And what we will say is this one should be less than or equal to this. This is our constraint. We'll add another one. This one should be less than or equal to 900. We'll add another. This one should be less than or equal to 1000 again. We'll add one more. This one should be less than or equal to 3000. We'll hit OK now. So we have our 4 constraints here. If you want to delete it or change it, you can do so. For example, if you want to change it, you can click on it here and come back and change it. For now, let's cancel it. You can delete it. You can reset all if you want to. Now, once you have your objective set up, the changing variable setup, all the constraint setup, you need to select simplex LP from here. Do not select GRG nonlinear. Simplex LP should be fine. LP is linear programming, right? So simplex linear programming is fine for us. Now what we will do is we'll click solve, and the moment we click solve, this basic and premium quantity unit will be changed to maximize the profit based on our requirements and the constraint. Let's do it. It will say solver result, solver has found a solution. If you look at it, it has given 1100 units of basic unit and 800 units of premium. In that way, we can profit $230,000 per month. I want to change this number, so I'll just say keep solver solution and I'll hit OK. Before I do that, you can have these answer sensitivity and limits added as well in your report if you prefer sensitivity and other items for your decision, but that's more advanced level. So for our purpose right now, we don't need to see any of those. We can just click OK here. Let's change the data type here real quick. I'll just say number here and let's do this. So here, to achieve maximum profit monthly, we will be producing 1100 basic headphones and 800 premium headphones. In this way, we will earn the maximum possible profit. So if you look at the constraint here, we are using 100% capacity here in a speaker driver assembly. We have 1000 available hours, we're using 1000. But for housing and frame molding, even if we have 900 available hours, we're using 730. And in battery and charging circuit, we have 1000 available hours, we're using only 920. And final assembly Q&A, we are using 300 out of 300. So another decision can be, okay, we can reduce hours in this category too to save the cost. So this is how we use our Excel solver to make decision based on data. In that way, we can optimize our production, maximize profit, minimize cost. That can be very helpful to you in your job, or if you are a business owner, that can be helpful to determine your optimal quantity production and maximum profit and minimum cost. And that wraps up our introduction to GoalSeek and Solver in Excel. These tools may seem simple, but they are incredibly powerful when you are making data-driven decisions, whether it's in finance, operations, or project planning. If you found this helpful, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to your BI Star, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next videos. Got questions or want to see more real-world examples? Drop a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep analyzing, and stay on your path to becoming a data star.